Okay, in the previous classes, in this lesson, we learned about the eye structure and what are the parts in the eye structure, like lens, rods, cones, which purpose they are using, how many optical nerves are transferring the data from the eyes towards the brain, and what are the common defects in the human eye, and how can we correct the defects, and we learned about those defects like myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia, and after that by using the lens we can correct those defects, and by using biconvex lens and biconvex lens, like that we used the lens to correct those defects. And also we learned the prism formula. What is the prism formula? Sin A plus D by 2 equals to sin A by 2. Now in this class we are going to learn about the dispersion of light. Disperse means spreads away. So if the group of people are here, they disperse. Disperse means they are going in their own direction, and that means 4 directions of the earth. So what is happening here? And if you are able to see, if you are seeing a number of colors in the sky, then what is the reason for that? And rainbow is appearing, what is the reason for that? Actually, which color of light is coming from the sun? White color only we are able to see, but after the rain we are able to see the rainbow. Rainbow contains how many colors? 7 colors. What is the reason for that? So we are going to learn all these answers for these questions in this class. First one, do this activity in a dark room. Take a prism and place it on the table near a vertical white wall. Take a thin wooden plank, make a small hole in it and fix it vertically on the table. Place the prism between the wooden plank and wall. Place a white light source behind the hole of the wooden plank. Switch on the light. The rays coming out of the hole of plank become a narrow beam of light. Adjust the height of the prism so that light falls on one of the lateral surfaces. Observe the changes in emerged rays of the prism. Adjust the prism by slightly rotating it till you will get an image on the wall. What do you observe on the wall? Could you get a colored image on the wall? Why does white light split into colors? What colors do you see? Can you notice any change in the angle of deviation of each color? Which color has the minimum deviation? Let us find out. So what we are doing here, we have to do this activity in a dark room. So in the dark room, just take a wooden plank. Just take a wooden plank. Just think this is a wooden plank and keep it in front of the wall and make a hole to this. Make a hole to this plank and make some source of light. Make some source of light. Switch on the light from here, and the light rays. After switch on this light source, the light rays falls on the wooden plank. And here we made a hole in the wooden plank, and some light rays are coming from the hole, and kept a prism here. And the light ray, here the light rays are in bigger size, and here the light rays are going from the hole, and the light rays will becomes narrow. Narrow means only a beam of light. One light ray is coming from the hole, and it falls on the prism. And where we arrange this arrangement in front of a wall. We arrange this in front of a wall, and you can observe different colors here. What are those colors means? We can see some different colors falls on the wall, and how the colors are happening on that. Actually here how many light sources we have used here? Only one light source we have used here, but only one light rays comes from the light source, and after coming from the hole, the light rays coming from the hole by narrow light ray, after incident on the prism, it will disperse into different colors. and you can see the different colors on the different colors on this wall. And what is the reason for that? Only one color light is coming from the hole, and after falls on the one lateral surface of the prism, and it appears different colors on the wall. What is the reason for that? Let us do another activity. Take a metal tray and fill it with water. Place a mirror in the water such that it makes an angle to the water surface. Now focus white light on the mirror through the water. Try to obtain colors on a white cardboard sheet kept above the water surface. Note the names of the colors would you see in your book. In activity 3 and 4, we observe that when white light is splitting into certain different colors. In this splitting of white into colors explained by using a ray theory. It is not possible to explain by splitting of white light into different colors using a ray theory. Why is this so? Let us see. So here in the first case we kept a wooden plank, and in the second case take a metal bowl. What we are doing means in activity 4, take a metal bowl, and we have taken a metal bowl and fill it with water. Fill this with some water and take a mirror. We kept a mirror and keep some part of the mirror in the water, and the light rays coming from the sun, and it is a wall. You can see different colors. After incident on the mirror, you can see here different colors of light. Different colors of light disperses on the wall. So what is the reason for that? Actually, which color this is? White color. And after incident on the mirror, which is in the water, it disperses different colors. What is the reason for that? So what is the reason for that means only dispersion. What is dispersion and how it disperses from one medium to another medium? We shall learn now. In activity 3, we observe that angle of deviation is minimum for red as compared to the angle of deviation of other colors, and maximum for violet. So here angle of deviation, which color contains minimum angle of deviation? So which color contains minimum angle of deviation means a red color contains minimum angle of deviation. And maximum which color means violet. Violet color contains maximum angle of deviation. We can see that the splitting of white light into the different colors is called dispersion. What is the definition for dispersion? Disperse means separating. Okay, so here what is dispersing into different colors here? In this activity, white light only converts into different colors, and here also from the sunlight, after incident on the mirror surface, it disperses into different colors. So what is dispersion means? The splitting of white color. The splitting of white color disperses into different colors is called dispersion. So which color is changing into different colors? Only white color. White color is dispersing into different colors, and this phenomena is called dispersion of light. In our previous discussion, we learned that for a particular refractive index of prism, there must be only one angle of minimum deviation, and according to the Fermat principle, light ray always chooses the path of least time. But in activity 3, we noticed that the light has been chosen different paths. So one principle is there, that is Fermat principle. According to Fermat principle, the light ray is always choose the shortest path. We have already discussed in the previous lessons. Light ray chooses always shortest path to travel. Okay, so according to this, the light ray will always going in the shortest path direction. But here in this activity and in this activity, what is happened here? So you can observe only one light ray, one color light ray is coming from this narrow hole, and after incident on the prism, it disperses into different colors. It disperses into different colors, and that means it taken the different paths. And here also the light is taken the different paths. And you can observe, according to the Fermat principle, the light ray always takes the shortest path, but here the Fermat principle is not following. So what is the reason for that? Does this mean that the refractive index of the prism varies from color to the color? So we can think, what is the mean for that? Mean the reflective index of the different colors varies from the prism. Is the speed of light of each color different? So what is the speed of light? What is the speed of light? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. This is the speed of light. Where it is in the vacuum. In the vacuum, the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and it is varies from color to color or for all colors same. Let us see. The situation we witnessed in activities 3 and 4 rule out of the theory of light. We can consider that white light is a collection of waves with different wavelengths. Violet color is known to have the shortest wavelength, while red color is the of the longest wavelength. And here wavelengths. So violet color contains shortest wavelength. Violet color contains shortest wavelength, and red color contains maximum, that means longest wavelength. Maximum wavelength. So according to the wave theory, light can be thought of wave propagating in all directions. Light is an electromagnetic wave. Here no particle physically oscillates back and forth. So here, the group of different colors is known as white color, and this is white color dispersed into different colors. And here, according to the light wave theory, there is no particle to move back and forth or to and fro motion, because the light wave is a electromagnetic wave. That means there is no movement in physically towards back and forth. Instead, the magnitude of electric and magnetic fields associated with the electromagnetic wave vary periodically at every point. These oscillating electric and magnetic fields propagate in all directions with the speed of light. So here, actually what is happening here in the light, according to light theory, means there is no particle moves physically, but here the light disperses in all the directions of electromagnetic theory. Can you guess now why light splits into different colors when it passes through a prism? Okay, so what is the reason? After incident on the prism and disperses into different colors. From the prism only the colors are dispersed into different colors. What is the reason? The reason lies in the fact while the speed of light is constant in vacuum for all colors, it depends on wavelength of light when it passes through a medium. We know that refractive index is the ratio of speeds in the vacuum and in the medium. So the reason, what is the reason for that? The speed of light is constant. The speed of the light is constant for all colors in the vacuum. But if enter into a medium, the speed of the light for different colors varies from one color to another color. We know the refractive index. What is the refractive index? The speed of the light in the vacuum and the ratio of the speed of the light in the vacuum and the speed of the light in the medium is called refractive index of medium. Consequently, the refractive index of a medium depends on wavelength of light. When light passes through a medium, each color selects its least time path and we have refraction of different colors to different extents. The result is in separation of colors producing a spectrum on the wall and the mirror, as we saw in activities 3 and 4. It has been experimentally found that refractive index decreases with an increases in wavelength. So when white light passes through a medium, so here when light passes through a white light passes through a medium, here also the white light passes through a medium. According to the Fermat principle, it always chooses the shortest path to come out. And we have seen different refraction colors of different extents. This is the result of separation colors producing a spectrum of the wall and the mirror as shown in figure. So here it has been experimentally found that refractive index decreases with an angle with an increase in wavelength. So refractive index, what is the refractive index? N is always increases with the decreases with the wavelength. That means refractive index of a medium is indirectly proportional to the wavelength of the light. That means here wavelength increases means refractive index decreases, and wavelength decreases means it will be increases. This is the relationship between the refractive index and wavelength. If we compare the wavelengths of 7 colors in Vizia, red color has longest wavelength and violet color has the shortest wavelength. The refractive index of red is low and hence it suffers low deviation. So accordingly we have already discussed about that. The shortest wavelength which color contains shortest wavelength? Violet color, and red color contains maximum wavelength. So that means here which color contains minimum deviation? So red color contains minimum deviation, and we have already written here red color contains minimum deviation and violet color which contains lowest wavelength and that contains maximum deviation. We noticed that when white light passes through a prism, it splits into 7 colors. Let us assume that we have sent a single color ray through the prism. So we have already noticed that when a single color light ray passes through the prism and it disperses into 7 colors. So what is the reason for that? Does it split into more colors? Why? And who is dispersing the one light ray into the different colors? Only prism is dispersing the light into different colors. We know that the frequency of light is the property of the source and it is equal to the number of waves leaving the source per second. This cannot be changed by any medium, hence the frequency does not change due to the refraction. Thus color light is passing through any transparent medium retains its color. So what is frequency? Frequency means the number of light rays waving from the medium per second. That is called frequency of the medium. So here one light ray is coming from the light source, and after incident on the prism disperses into 7 colors. And here one thing we have to remember here, when the light ray is coming from one medium to another medium, that means what is happening here? Refraction. When the light ray is passing from the transparent medium, some refraction is happening there. After the refraction is also the light ray retains its original color. While diffraction occurs at the interface, the number of waves that are incident on the interface in a second must be equal to the number of waves passing through any point taken in another medium. This means that the frequency of the light wave remains unaltered while its wavelength changes depending on the medium though which passes. We know that the relationship between the speed of wavelength and its frequency. So what is happening here? When the light source is passing from one medium to another medium, what is happening here? How many light rays are entering into this medium and that many light rays are coming out from the medium. So these light rays, the light rays are entering into the medium is equals to the light rays are coming out from the medium after the refraction. That means this is the frequency, and based on the frequency the color will be not changed, but only based on the wavelength only the color will be changed. And we know that the relationship between the wavelength and frequency V equals to nu lambda, speed of the light, and wavelength equals to V equals to nu lambda. For refraction at any interface, E is proportional to the lambda. Speed of the wave increases with the increase in wavelength of light and vice versa. And what is happening here? So this one is the speed of the light, and this one is the wavelength, and this one is the frequency. And what is the relationship between the speed of the light and the wavelength of the light? When the wavelength is increases, means the speed of the light is increases, and wavelength decreases, means the speed of the light is also increases. Can you give an example in nature where do you observe colors as seen in activity 3? So what are the colors we have seen in activity here? Different colors, approximately 7 colors we have seen in activity. This one is activity 3 and this one is activity 4. We have seen those different colors. Can you see in nature? So did you see in nature? Yes, we have seen number of times in the nature. What is that? Your answer is certainly is a rainbow. That is a good example of dispersion of light. So what is the best example of dispersion of light? Rainbow. Rainbow is the good example of dispersion of light. Dispersion of light. Rainbow is the good example of dispersion of light in the nature. When do you see the rainbow in the sky? Can we create a rainbow artificially? Let us see now. So when do you see the rainbow in the nature? So, and that is the one question. And can we make that rainbow in artificially? And this is the another question. Activity. Select a white colored wall on which the sun ray falls. Stand in front of a wall in such a way that the sun ray falls on your back. Hold a tube through which the water is flowing. Place your finger in the tube to obstruct the flow of water. Water comes out through the small gaps between the tube and water in finger like your fountain. Observe the changes on the wall while water shower is maintained. You can see colors on the wall. So here what is the work we have to do means if the people who you are living in the villages, if you go to the agricultural field, you can see the motor pumps are flowing, and you can see, just think, this is a pipe. This is a pipe and the water is coming from those, and if you are keeping the fingers here, and the water will flow in this direction like a fountain. So just think, this is a pipe. Just think, this is a pipe which is taking the water from the well, and the water is coming, without gaps, without gap. When you keep your finger here, and the water will comes in this direction by giving the little bit gap on the water, from the water. So on that time you are able to see the different colors on the water. How is that you are able to see colors on the wall? So while we are doing, just we are standing in front of the wall here, and the light rays are falls on the backside of our on the backside of you, and if you are keeping the pipe like this and make the water flowing like a fountain, on that time you can see the different colors on the wall. And how it is happening? Are the sunrays coming back to your eyes from the wall or from the water drops? And what is happening here? The sunlight is falling on your backside, and you are keeping the pipe here, which is flowing the water, and the sunlight are not coming from that side. And still, if you make the pipe like a fountain, and you are able to see the color, what is happening here? Does the sunlight coming from the water back into your eyes or not? Let us see. A beautiful colors of the rainbow are due to the dispersion of the sunlight by millions of tiny water droplets. Let us consider the case of an individual water drop. So what is the reason for that means? Here the water is coming from a pipe like a fountain. The millions of water drops are there, and from those millions of water drops we are able to see the different colors. And let us see by taking a single water drop. The rays of sunlight enter into the drop near to its surface. At this first refraction, the white light is dispersed into a spectrum of colors. Violet being is deviated the most and the red is least. Reaching the opposite side of the drop, each color is reflected back and into the drop because of the total internal reflection. Arriving at the surface of the top, each color is again refracted into air. At the second refraction, the angle between red and violet rays further increases when compared to the angle between those at first refraction. So, what is happening here? By taking a single water drop. Now we are taking a single water drop. What is happening here? Let us see. So first, this is just think this is a water drop, and the light rays are coming from the sun, and this is one surface of the water drop, and this one is another surface of the water drop. So what is happening here? So this is the red color and this is the violet color, and the light ray falls on the water drop, and we know that which color contains minimum deviation, and which color contains minimum deviation? Red color contains minimum deviation and violet color contains maximum deviation. After incident on the surface, after incident on the water surface, the color takes the light ray takes some refraction, and after refraction the light ray, red light ray and violet light ray, after entering into the another surface, that means outside opposite surface of this water drop surface, and again here it takes incident on this surface and reflected back to the same medium due to the total internal refraction, and it will take the total internal refraction on the water surface, and it comes back. And what is happening here? And again here comes here, and the refraction will be takes minimum by the violet color, and minimum by the deviation, minimum by the red color, and maximum by the violet color, and it will reaches our eyes. The angle between the incoming and outgoing rays can be anything between 0 and about 42 degrees. We observe bright rainbow when the angle between incoming and outgoing rays near the maximum angle of 42 degrees. Although each drop disperses a full spectrum of colors, an observer is in a position to see only a single color from any one drop depending upon its position. So here which all the colors we are seeing in the nature, where we are able to see those all the colors means in the rainbow. In the rainbow only we are able to see the all colors, and what is when we are able to see the rainbow brightly. Bright rainbow means when the angle, deviation of angle is approximately reaches to 42 degree. Means this is the maximum angle. The maximum when we are able to see the different colors in the rainbow means the angle between about 0 degree to 42 degree. 0 degree to 42 degree. On that time only we are able to see the rainbow. But when we are able to see the bright rainbow means when the angle deviation reaches to 42 degree, on that time only we are able to see the bright rainbow. But here one thing we have to remember, and if the person is seeing, if the person is seeing from one drop, he is able to see only one color from based on his position. If violet light from a single drop reaches the eye of an observer, red light from the same drop cannot reach the eye. It goes elsewhere, possibly downwards of the eye. To see red light, one must look at the drop higher in the sky. The color is red. The color red will seen when the angle between beam of sunlight and light sent back a drop is 42 degrees. The color violet seen when the angle between a sunbeam and light sent back drops is 40 degrees. If you look at the angle between 40 degree and 42 degree, you will observe the remaining color. So when you are able to see these two different colors means the angle between the red light ray and sunlight ray is reaches the 42 degree. On that time you are able to see the red color, and the angle between the sunlight and refracted ray, that means violet ray, you are able to see means 40 degrees, reaches the 40 degrees. On that time you are able to see the violet color. So here if one person is seeing the violet color, at the same time he is not able to see the red color. So if the 40-degree angle, if a human is seeing the violet color, and what about the red color means, the red color is going downwards of eye, the person's eye, and that's why he is not able to see the red color. So if he is able to see these two different colors, and he is able to see the rainbow, that means Vibgyor colors. Why does the light dispersed by the raindrop appears as a bow? To find answer this question, we need a little geometric reasoning. First of all, a rainbow is not the flat two-dimensional arc as it appears to us. The rainbow you see is actually a three-dimensional cone with a tip of your eye. All the drops that disperse the light towards eye you lie in the shape of cone. A cone, different layers of the drops that disperse red color to your eye are on the outermost layer of the cone. Similarly, the drops that disperse orange color to your eye are on the layer of the cone beneath the red color cone. In this way, the cone responsible for yellow lies beneath orange, and so on until the violet color cones becomes the innermost cone. So, why does the light dispersal, a rainbow appears as a bow? Actually, what we are seeing, that is not from the water drops. So, every water drop is dispersing the colors in the form of cone, and cone, from the cone upper side red color, and from the beneath side violet color we are able to see. Due to this situation only we are able to see the rainbow. It is our common experience that the sky appears in blue color on a bright day. So yes, now this is which season? Summer season, and we are able to see we are not able to see any clouds in the sky most of the time. And if you are looking at the sky, the bright sunny day, in which color it appears? It appears in the blue color. And why only the sky appears in the blue color? Why is the sky blue? To answer this question, you need to understand another phenomena of light called scattering. So what is the reason for that means? We don't know till now. But if you can observe what is scattering, another phenomena of light, that is scattering. If you know about the scattering, you are able to understand why the sky is appearing the blue color. And this is the today's topic, dispersion of light.